Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I choose joy. It's been probably about a week since I filmed. Things got crazy. We were super busy over the weekend, and it was just, finding time was just not on my side. But at the same time, lots of things have happened. I wrote notes so that I didn't forget anything. So let me just double check my notes. So, cardiologist appointment. I think I mentioned that last video that I had that the next day. That was on the 17th. My blood pressure was a little bit high, but nothing like super alarming. Just like a not my favorite number type of thing, the doctor said. But my EKG was awesome. They just did a basic EKG and then had the doctor talk to me and gave me a copy of the EKG. But he said everything else looked great. So cardiologist report is a thumbs up, check mark, ready to go. So that one's good. When I got back from that, we were having a baby shower for one of my coworkers. So of course there were cupcakes. I did have one, but I left it at 1. There were some left over and they were in the kitchen for us to take after. I did not. So I feel like that's a victory. That's a win in my book. I normally would have taken another one and I made the decision to walk away. So, I'm trying to consciously make those decisions. Little wins. I'm gonna take little wins. And then what else did I have? I didn't write the rest of the notes. This week I had on Tuesday, so that was the 23rd, I had the psychologist and the nutritionist appointments. Psychologist appointment went great. She was super thrilled with the amount of support that I have. As I was talking to her about it, I was talking how, I've got my aunt on my side who has kind of walked me through the process she went through and, what I may or may not be in for, things, to look forward to, something that may be an uncomfortable period, but then will get better. I've got my parents who are both behind me on this because they see the struggles I'm going through. And of course, they want me in the best health I can be. Not only, for my confidence to get better, but health-wise, they know that I'm in a dangerous position health-wise. They want me to do this to be in the best health I can be. Then, of course, there's my husband, who is hands down the most amazing man ever. He's backed me 100%. If this is what you want to do, I'm behind you. I'm here to support you. I love you. And it's just to have him say, if this is going to make you happy and this is what you think you need to get your health and your life back, like, I'm with you, whatever you need. So that's amazing. And then of course I've got my friends from work, who I've been slowly telling certain people from work. I haven't really expressed it a lot. So I started kind of slow. But the 2 girls I told first were super supportive and like super behind me. And that just, it felt really good. I didn't really expect this much kind of positivity and support because, there is the stigma of, oh, it's weight loss surgery. It's easy way out. And, going through this process, I think I said this before, it's not the easy way out. It's a tool. It's a tool to help you get where you need to go, but I still have to put in the work. So having the amount of support that I have is amazing. And back to where this all started, the therapist was thrilled. And I mean, as I was saying it to her, I was like, yeah, this, wow. Like, I do have a lot of people behind me and, this is amazing. Like, I can totally do this. I have so much support behind me. So that went great. I felt really comfortable talking with her. And the program that I'm doing, they do support groups And with COVID and everything right now, we're doing virtual support groups where it's, new and old patients talking about what they've gone through and everything like that. So I started rewatching old ones, and those are great because it's, other, not fears, but other questions or other concerns that other people have that maybe I have. And I'm, without even knowing I had them, but then they say it and I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah, that is a valid thing. Like, I'm glad you said that. So it's super helpful. And then the other appointment I had the other day was nutrition, which was fun. It was good. I mean, it was a lot of stuff that I already knew of how I should be eating. It was just a little bit more eye-opening on the severity of how inappropriately I eat, and to the size and to the extent. So right now, to get towards my, to lose the weight I need for pre-op, I'm on a 1,400 calorie diet with only 3 to 4 servings of carbs per day. So in the morning, I always make a fruit and vegetable protein smoothie for breakfast, just because it's a quick, easy breakfast. I'm not a big eater first thing in the morning, so having something that I can kind of drag out till probably 10 o'clock, but it's getting a little bit of something in my stomach early on, works. So I do about a cup of spinach, like 3 to 4 whole strawberries, which usually works out to be like a quarter cup, half a cup, something like that. Probably about a quarter cup of frozen avocado. And all of these things are frozen. So I just buy frozen spinach, frozen strawberries, frozen avocado, water, and then I do my scoop of protein. I'm using the IsoPure zero carb protein, but I also have the Body Fortress Premier Protein, maybe? I'm not exactly sure which one it is, but it was one of the ones on the nutritionist recommended. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I hadn't been using that because I bought the IsoPure, but now that I know that that one's a good one to use as well, I've got plenty of protein at the house for right now. So I do that shake in the morning, and then at lunch I've been trying to do like a solid protein, whether it be like a piece of fish, a piece of chicken, something like that, and then some steamed vegetables. At work, we've got, a little mini toaster oven, and then we've got a microwave. So the steam fresh veggies are great because I can just throw them in the steamer. It's good to go. So far, I've been doing okay with the 1,400 calories. I've been under or right at my 1,400 ever since Tuesday, when the nutritionist told me that, this was a good recommendation to get me to my pre-op weight goal. So I'm doing that. And then, I forgot. And then at dinner, I'm either doing, depending on how I'm feeling, I'll do something light. Or I've been doing the lemonade protein that I did in one of the previous videos, as a dinner, because depending on what time it is, sometimes I'm at the point where I'm like, I'm so tired, and I'm like, I just need to put something in my stomach, chill out for a little while, and then go to bed. And so doing just a lemonade protein, it gets the nutrition in me, it gets the protein in me, but it's not something that's going to keep me awake and keep me heavy. And it's going to be easily digestible if I'm going to bed shortly after that. So that's been working out well. Now, the other thing I learned from nutrition, she reviewed my blood test, blood labs with me. So my cholesterol was a little high, but she was like, not to worry, like, as with this process, it'll go down with the surgery. It'll go down as you're working towards your pre-op weight goal. So, nothing, no red, it is high, but no like severe red flags that we need to put you on medicine. So my vitamin D was low. So to start taking vitamin D again, and I still had some left over from when I broke my ankle. So plenty of vitamin D here. I start that back up. And then the last thing that was fearful was what I was expecting my A1C. So my A1C is at 6.1. For those of you who aren't really familiar with A1C, it is the test, the whatever the lab for that is looked at for diabetes. So when you hit 6, you're considered pre-diabetic. When you hit 7, you're considered diabetic. So I'm at 6.1. So I'm technically already pre-diabetic. So I need to do this. Like, this is the right time for me to be doing this. Like, this, if I wasn't moving forward with the surgery, I would need to drastically curb my eating and make some serious changes, because if I don't, I have diabetes in a shorter period than I thought. So it's really scary to hear that number, to hear that I am, at 6.1 and I'm pre-diabetic. But it's also kind of reassuring that I'm making the right decision doing this. Like, I knew going into this, I was doing the right decision for myself, and this was what I needed to do for my health. But now having that physical fact to say that, my health is not in a good place, it kind of just reaffirms that, like, even though on the outside, and I'm not going to doctors all the time, I'm not sick all the time, like, I'm still moving around, everything's still going well, but inside there's all these hidden things that you can't see, and those are risks. And by me doing this, I'm removing those risks from my life. And I mean, I've got 2 kids. There's no need to put myself in danger. Like, it's crazy. Like, I need to do this for myself, for them, for my husband, for my life. It's not silly anymore. It's real. So that's that. I left there feeling really positive about everything that was talked about and the direction I'm going. So like I said, I did either the at 1400 or under it so far since Tuesday. And when I got on the scale this morning, and I know I'm not supposed to, but I did, but I got on the scale this morning and I was down 4 pounds since Tuesday when I had the appointment. So that's only 2 days and I'm down 4 pounds. And I know a lot of that's just because it's such a drastic change in my eating, but still, that's awesome. It's really exciting that, I'm making progress. The previous weight that I had lost, I had already gained back. So that's, that's a little frustrating, but that's, that's the name of the game. That's how it always works. It's up and down and up and down and up and down. And that's what got me to this point that I'm at. So I'm really trying to follow the rules and stick to the diet and do what I need to do to get where I need to be, because that's what's going to get me there faster. It's going to keep me alive longer. It's going to keep my health better. So I'm really trying to stick with it as long as I can. Because I mean, and I read it everywhere. Like, it's tough. Like, this pre-op diet is tough, and it's not so much a diet. I mean, it is, because it's not what I normally eat, but it's what I should be eating. Which is why I got here in the first place, because I'm not making the right choices. I'm not making, the right decisions for what I should be doing. So I'm glad I have that guidance. Now looking towards the rest of the items I need to get done still. So the endoscopy is scheduled for July 3rd. And I have to go get a COVID test on June 30th. So just a couple days before. So that's something I need to take care of. I finally got the call from the sleep study. Well, I guess I didn't really get the call. I called them repeatedly, over and over and over again until I got connected with somebody to get the sleep study scheduled, because I had the consultation the first week of June, and I still hadn't heard anything about the actual scheduling of the sleep study, whether it, needs to be in the office or I can pick stuff up and come home. Like, they just hadn't gotten back to me yet. So I kept calling and kept calling. And so I finally got through today, which was great. And we got it all figured out, and they had a miraculous opening tomorrow. So I am going to go there at 10 and get the equipment, because I am doing the in-home. They'll show me how to use it. I will hook it up, sleep with it tomorrow night, and then bring it back the following day or Monday. I'll have to check when I bring it back. And then I think it's the 8th. I want to say it's 8th. I have a follow-up with them to review everything and find out results and everything. But in between there, I have a meeting with the surgeon's PA, probably just to kind of check up on my progress, possibly review the endoscopy, just to kind of see where we are and see where we're going and check my progress on the 6th, I think. It's the week after the 4th. The week leading after the 4th, right in the beginning of the week. So it's one of those days. I think it's the 6th or 7th, something like that. So that's exciting. And then my next nutrition appointment is scheduled for July 23rd. So I'm really hoping, because everything's scheduled. So as long as the endoscopy is good and we can move forward, and the sleep study is good and we can move forward, the only other thing I need to do is lose the weight. So that's the other reason why I'm like, I got to do this. Everything else is appointments. This is on me. Like, this is something I got to do. It's not something someone else can do for me. I got to do it. So I'm really trying to push myself to do that. And that's not like starve myself and do it as fast as possible. I'm trying to do it the right way and trying to follow the plan so that I can do it in a good amount of time. So that hopefully we can get this scheduled like now, because that would be awesome. But lots of things are happening and moving forward, and I'm excited. Like, I'm back to that like giddy, excited, like, oh my God, this is happening. It's really neat to think about that. I could potentially turn my health around in, a matter of a couple months here. Like, that's awesome. It's so awesome. I mean, I always used to be fit. And I mean, I said this to the therapist. I go, I always used to be fit. I was never thin, but I was fit. And I said, but the only way I stayed remotely fit in any way is if I worked out constantly. And with my lifestyle right now and my family life, and I don't have the time to put that much working out in. Like, it was a daily 2 hours minimum. And I just don't have that time. Like, I can do a quick thing here or there. My daughter and I can go on a bike ride or a walk or, a little light jog for her little legs. But I mean, I don't have the time to go to the gym and, do a 2-hour workout. For one, I pick her up from daycare. I got to get her dinner. We hang out and play for a little while and she goes to bed. And there's no time for gym because then I got to do house cleaning and dishes and laundry and stuff. So, and not that I do them all the time. But, that time's carved out for that. And I mean, yes, there are people that say, we'll carve that time out for working out. And I should. And I mean, maybe I'll get back into it. And maybe right now it is because there's the extra weight on me. And it's, difficult to stay motivated about that because, it is a lot harder than it used to be. But I do really enjoy working out. So I'm hoping with this whole process, I will find that kind of joy and passion and make the time for it again. and my daughter loves going for walks. The pool in our neighborhood ended up opening up today. So when we got home before dinner, we actually went down to the pool and went swimming. So I mean, like, that was awesome. It's just getting out and doing stuff. Like, it feels great to be able to do stuff with her, and I want to be able to do more. But I am going to end this because I'm looking at the time, and this is a long one. I did have a lot of stuff to fill in on because I took way too much time in between the last video and this one. So I'm going to try not to do that again. But I'm glad you guys all joined me, and I hope you learned something, or, you know, are excited for my progress. I know I'm excited for my progress and where it's heading. So we'll see. I'm going to keep, you know, trucking along with the diet and seeing where it takes me, and we're going to get there. I'm going to get there. I'm excited to get there. So remember to like, comment, and follow, or subscribe, I guess I should say. Turn on that notifications when you subscribe so you know when I post my next video, because I am always here to say hello. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time with Today I Choose Joy. Bye.